Hey, it's 135 The Beat, Miami's new #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and The Breakfast Club. My special guest today, Abebe Lewis. What's good, my guy?
What's good? I made it.
You've been made it. He's been on my show. Don't listen to this guy.
I'm joking.
He's been on my show before. Abebe, one thing again, I know my audience is probably tired of hearing me say it, but I have to say it so you could understand, is that how I start my interviews now is I give the gold roses.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this long enough, so now when I re-interview or I interview people who I have history with, I take the first 5 minutes or so just to, give them their gold roses.
Thank you.
And one thing I want to give you a gold rose on today is, one of my favorite people, one of my icons, one of my mentors who probably don't even know that they're mentoring me is P. Diddy.
Okay.
And what I love about P. Diddy is that he always finds a way to reinvent himself.
Yes.
Right? To keep himself relevant. And I always look to him so that I could do the same for myself. And when we're in this business and entertainment, it's usually a short-lived business, whether it's clubs, whether it's artists, or even radio personalities. We don't get to last. So once you make it past a certain point, obviously you want to maintain that longevity. And I want to give you the same credit for constantly reinventing yourself, constantly finding different ways to maneuver. I mean, you've done it all, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could literally, talk to you for about an hour based on, the different things you've done. But I want to give you a gold rose on that for, reinventing yourself.
Thank you so much.
Finding different ways to do different things, to, stay relevant and to definitely push the brand and yourself, man. So let's take it back.
Definitely.
You're the son of a legendary singer.
Yeah, Inner Circle. My dad and uncle are, they own and operate Inner Circle. Bad Boys, Girl, I'm Gonna Make You Sweat. Legendary reggae band. Have been over 50 years. Their music has been sampled by Jay-Z and so many others, man. Shakira. And it's just like, even with them, I want to give them their flowers too, because to be that older and they're still in the game. Like, my dad's telling me about TikTok. It's 60-something years old. He's telling me about Facebook posts, and I'm like, are you liking this? He probably got a ghost page just watching me, you know what I'm saying, and just peeping the game and understanding. And then, that's why I'm able to do things like that. Shout out to my little brother Lunch Money, who's also a big songwriter, successful guy, came out of Miami and doing this thing too,
Well, coming from that lineage, of talent and stuff like that. And no, you didn't, go into the band and you didn't take that route. But, they were, smart enough to take their legacy and create the studio, Circle House Studio.
Yeah.
And that's where I saw you really, get involved and emerge and found your lane within that. Could you talk about Circle House Studio and what it's done for Miami, what it's done for you?
Well, it's done a lot, man. Like, we're in Rick Ross's book. And he talks about how, it helped him so much and how he met different people and Jay-Z there and things like that. I'm in Charlemagne the God's book also, where me and him was good friends before he even got, like, he was on radio, I think in North Carolina or South Carolina, and he used to come down with this group of me and him. I didn't even know who he was, but we spent like hours and hours, and Pitt would come through and I'd be like, yo, Pitt, here's Charlemagne. And Charlemagne would be like, oh. And then, 10 years later, he looks like, wow, this guy's amazing. And then we met Rick Ross and different people. Circle House was the breeding ground for the successful artists that are out right now. Like, what I'm saying? I call it like Motown, or like, I call it the music mecca of Miami, because swing high, swing low, you got to come through there. Even if you a new artist, an older artist, from, the Busta Rhymes to the every single person, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then it's every culture too, because, being in Miami, we're not, you know what I'm saying? We don't see that because we see so much culture. Our neighbor's Jamaican, our across the street neighbor Chinese, our next door neighbor Japanese, our Venezuelan. It's just it's just
the
a
melting
mix.
pot.
Everybody's cutting their grass, talking about their rice and peas. It's just so good of cultures, man. I love it.
Absolutely. Let's also talk about the fact that what people don't talk about, how also Circle House being where it is also gave opportunity for other studios to become rich and to almost kind of mimic, because there's only so much artists you could keep, right? You guys have expanded Circle House to across your street and different studios in the house. If you've never been there, it's like literally a house that they used to live in, that they created studios in this house, and then they bought a house across the street to create more studios. But even with all those studios, being all booked out, it leaves opportunities now for other people to build studios close by, and now be able to, have artists who want to record in South Florida.
Definitely. Well, it's just people want to record in a comfortable space.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's so many other studios that's out there and so many other things that's out there. It's just, I always say it like this. Like, I can see McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, everything within a 2-block radius, and everybody still can make money. And that's the same way like Miami. It's like Miami is just so full up, and then we have so many different types of music. People don't understand the types of music. There's music therapy, there's music, there's country music, there's gospel music, there's Latin music, there's Latin trap music, there's hip hop trap, there's opera music. But it's like, what are you going to concentrate on? If everybody's trying to go after the one producer that's doing hip hop, man, you can have that. I'm on some opera. Give me the opera guy. Give me the pop guy. Give me the Afrobeat producer. Give me the other lane, because there's 100 lanes. And if everybody's trying to drive in the same lane, I'm that picture where you see everybody going in one direction and I'm going the opposite.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It may take me a little longer to get there, but when I get there, I have built my house of stone, not of straw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like almost like your career, Papa Keith. No one can taint your career because of what you built. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that room, Papa Keith, man, I know Keith. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for somebody to get through those different things, and that's just what we did. And we're lucky to be in Miami. Funny story. I was with a journalist the other day. He said, my little brother was in the back and my whole family was in the back, and he came up to me and says, man, like, everybody plays an instrument in your family and they're musical and you're somewhat musical, but like, what happened? He said, what instrument? He said, what instrument do you play? I said, I play the computer.
Right.
He turned around, looked at me and was like, wow, that's so true, because you need that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's not one person or one brand or one legacy brand that doesn't need social media.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be staying relevant. It doesn't need TikTok. TikTok is making money. It's just you need that. You need that person. Here comes the meta universe. Here comes NFTs. Here comes Bitcoin. Here comes whatever. All this stuff is coming. Like, not everybody knows everything, and that's why you need that person.
Well, that was
that
genius.
plug.
And that's what you did. That's what you did. You bridged the gap with them and their equipment and all these studios now, promoting it, and you also marketed for them and their tours and all these different things too. So your key was the computer. Let's now bridge that gap, because you found another way, and this is why I'm telling you, you're like the Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You found another way, because on top of now having all these artists that come to his studio, this genius was like, well, after they leave the studio, they want to party. Yeah. So maybe I should be a promoter too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hello, Grutman, Gardner. I got what's the name of town? Hey, Boca. Hey, Orlando. And you know what I'm saying? Then it's how you convert it. I call it conversions, right? Like, I'll post a YouTube video, right, the other day, and somebody called me like, man, your YouTube video only got 10 views, man. What you doing? Why you even wasting your time? I said, you see that video that got 10 views? I got a call from a marketing festival that I made 5 figures off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your conversion of views is totally different version of my conversion.
Right.
Like people don't think, they look and they don't think when they look, they just run their mouth.
Right.
Because they don't understand what is out there and how to actually take what they're doing and make more money, or even make money. Because think about it. I pay my bills through music. That's it. I don't lift boxes. I don't sell crates. I sell music. I pay my bills and I live very good. So if you're doing that, like PK pays his business, music, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, listen to us when we talk, like, a little bit. I'm not saying we the end all be all, but like, listen to people who actually pay their bills via music, not the person who has another job and he's showing his Ferrari and he says he's a rapper, which he's not paying his bills, and he didn't get that Ferrari through rapping. So he's lying to you. Listen, people, it's a fake thing with music and it's a real thing with music, but you got to understand it. And if you don't understand the different sectors of TikTok, there's people making sounds off TikTok. Like, Papa Kid, oh no. Put that on TikTok, somebody put that up 1 billion times, you making money. You're not an artist, you're a sound maker. But if somebody comes to you, be like, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a sound maker. Here's my TikTok check. Oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different, and you gotta enter this new sector with open arms. You gotta like peep it. You can't diss it, because you never know. The 23-year-old kid you diss could be the biggest kid in the world tomorrow, and you didn't see it in him. You know,
I learned that lesson with our very good DJ friend Don Hott. Yes, so it was a long time ago at Tantalizing Tuesdays at Oxygen.
Yeah,
and he was a guest DJ, and at that time we was running amok inside of Oxygen. We had that place on smash.
Come on,
right?
man. Improv to the Oxygen.
To Oxygen. And he guest DJ'd one night, and he pulled up this song. And I was like, nah, don't play that, man. What, you crazy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me telling him, from being a DJ, what to play.
Yeah.
And he was like, trust me, I wasn't OG at that time. He calls me OG now.
Yeah.
But I wasn't OG at that time. He was like, yo, trust me on this one. And sure enough, he dropped that song, and I saw, like, a shift.
Yeah.
The song was Kelly Clarkson, Since You've Been Gone.
Wow.
So I say that to say I was so caught up into reggae, dancehall, and hip hop so heavily, I didn't see the pop music, how it injected into it.
100%.
So, maybe he saw that or he did it and saw the reaction, but I didn't see that.
Yeah.
And when he dropped it that night, my ego didn't let him tell me. My ego didn't allow me to tell him right away.
Yeah.
But I surely told him after, respect on that. And I apologize. I apologized to him too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But from that point on, I was able to like teach myself to, like you said, pay attention.
Pay attention.
Let things play out.
100%.
You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So shout out to my brother Don Hott.
Yeah, I see him doing a lot of big things on social media. I see him still going too, man. Every time I see him, he's rising higher and higher and higher. So, like, honestly, I'm with you. Like, Don Hott, I thought you was hot, but I didn't know you was this hot. So keep it going, man. You know?
Absolutely. So back to you, my brother. So that kind of what you were talking about leads into the next thing, right?
Yeah.
So you've gone from managing, the band to the studio, managing that, to managing clubs and being a promoter.
Yeah.
And now, like, you're into connecting people in this networking thing.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't have a title for what you do now, but I'm laying the platform now for you to talk about what it is. I just know it's some type of networking and podcasting, and you're just kind of bringing people together.
That's it. And it's just like, I always say, you have to understand how to convert it. You got to be doing everything to be doing one thing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going to work for you.
That's
you know what I'm
fact.
saying? And I feel like, hey, I'm podcasting. I got my disc. I got my dad. I'm throwing everything out there. And on top of that, I'm still working with vintage groups like Two Live Crew, Inner Circle, and doing different things like that with their catalog. Like Megan Thee Stallion and Gucci Mane sampled their music. So many people are sampling their music. Like I said, Shakira sampled Sweat and killed it the other day. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had it's just through the roof. It's like, it's just so many different things, and there's so many niche ways to make money in this business. So it's hard to put a cap on me, but like I would say like a young Steve Stout. You know what I'm saying? Where Stout is like, okay, you see him with Khaled now. So what is he doing with Khaled? He's trying to put Khaled with brands. Khaled's playing golf. Let's get Khaled with a golf brand. Let's go another niche route. Everybody wants to do Adidas. Everybody wants to do Nike. Everybody wants to do this. Ain't nobody doing golf. Nobody's doing tennis. They have a new version of tennis with a smaller court with the bigger rackets. Do new, innovative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And we lucky to be here. We got Art Basel coming. We have Rolling Loud coming. We have everything here where we're going to see so many. The F1 race. The F1 race. Like, and that was crazy. For them to steal 4 watches worth $500,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think? What kind of place was this for them to be able to steal $2 million worth of watches on the people? Like, that was beautiful. And Miami, we are so lucky. We just got to learn now how to convert it. Take our time, find these artists. Like, I give it up to Zeke Don, Popeye Caution, and Safari. Keep up with that record. Keep pushing. I love new music. I love innovation, man, because that's what Miami is. And what people don't understand, I'm a Miami person. I'm from Miami, right? When the Heat win, everybody make more money. When the Dolphins win, everybody. If the Heat would have won, man, Memorial Day weekend would have been continuing.
Oh my gosh! All now.
Would have been booked out. It'd have been like a big festival in the middle of the streets, and like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm an economy guy. University of Miami, like, do sports songs. You're an artist, and you have no way of getting out there. We have 50 different sports teams. Inter Miami soccer. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So many, like it's so many things to do.
I like how you use your pop's melody, though.
Hey, if I'm gonna shop something, I'm gonna shop mine first. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just giving y'all some ideas. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But Beckham seems like very open to people and ideas and the community.
Yep.
So look at everything we have, figure it out, and then attack.
It's true, because I actually went to one of those football, we call it football,
Yeah,
for the Caribbean,
football,
at Drive Pink Stadium.
Yeah.
And they have the what we call in the Caribbean, the rhythm section.
Yeah.
You know, that they're in the audience and they're playing the instruments.
Yeah.
And Beckham actually goes and sits with them and vibes with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's such a thing, such a vibe at the stadium.
Yeah.
So I
See,
totally understand.
They need a theme song. If they don't have one already, a local theme song from a local artist. Like, look at Kodak. I love when Kodak went to the Panthers game. That was so, nobody expected that.
Nobody.
They expect Kodak at a football game. Exactly. And the people loved it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't do the regular. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what they expect you to do. Do what they're not expecting you to do. And just do, think about it first. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you dropped so many gems today.
Yeah.
How does this translate to what you're doing now? How does this connect? And, you know, this is a platform. And of course, I want to give this platform to you.
Definitely.
To connect with things that, you know, that are going to cause you growth and to help you in what you're doing. So kind of connect everything for us now.
Well, just, you know, everything you on my YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Live Miami TV. Follow me on Instagram at Abebe Lewis and all that stuff. And you will see, man, I'm an open person. I'm an open book. If you got an opportunity, you got an invention, you got something that's good for Miami, you got an artist that actually got his stuff together, not just my cousin can rap or my brother can sing. I mean, something that's palatable that he's going to put in that social media work. Let me tell you something, guys. Record labels are now looking on social media before they even look to you as a singer, songwriter. Like, oh man, this guy on TikTok has 12 million followers. Let me see if he can sing, because he's already doing the right things. So talent, and like you got to mix your talent with hard work. Just because you're talented, that doesn't mean you don't got to work hard. Look at PK. It's been 19 summers we've been hot. Shout out to Mauricio. It's been 19 summers, bro. This ain't nothing new, but it takes time, and you're going to make mistakes. Me and PK make million mistakes. Yep. Like, look at, you know, in the future, look, Mauricio's son got the future now. You know what I'm saying? Little man got
Alexander
next. Alexander the Great got next, boy. You know?
Live Miami TV is where it's at.
Where it's at on YouTube, and just follow me on Instagram at Abebe Lewis. I'm posting every morning. I'm in your face. I'm accessible, and that's the main thing. I am accessible, you know?
I wanna definitely thank you for your contributions to make and in general, just entertainment here in South Florida.
And the same thing for you, PK. People don't pee
roses.
Nah, but PK, like I'm telling you, man, you were before your time when you made that synergy. It's like you're a Dapper Dan type of guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you made it cool to be Caribbean. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother.
Because you're classy and you always spoke very well. Like, I always heard PK, I heard the Caribbean, but I still heard a clarity. And that's what you got to do. You got to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to come into the American system, you got to learn certain things and do certain things, man. So, and your social media is very entertaining. I see you on the boat. You like the fish and all that. You know what I'm saying?
So that big fish I caught the other day.
I keep up with you, PK. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, love you, brother, man. I also talk about, misunderstanding. So I had a misunderstanding with a BB. No, I talk about these things because they're educational. Yeah. They're educational. Yeah. I had a misunderstanding. I'm not going to get into any details about the misunderstanding, but I just love the fact when everything can come full circle.
No, 100%.
You know, I always say 90% of the misunderstandings is miscommunication.
That's it.
And now what's happened in our scenario. Yeah. And I was happy that we were able to circle it back around.
No, 100%.
And continue in our legacy and grow together. You
we
know
just change it,
we
man.
have a lot of history.
And, life is getting older. We're all getting older. I love what the new Miami's doing. I love everything. But just, y'all, think about the culture. Think about how we can enhance everyone. Always don't think of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Keep those University of Miami colors going. Keep the branding of Miami going, of the things that we do, man. Please. Because I'm telling you, people came out here looking for us. We ain't come looking for people.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? All these record labels and all these people coming to move to Miami, they want our flavor. They watch Miami Vice. They see Flo on IG. They see Trick. They see Trina, Ball, everybody. You, PK. You know what I'm saying? They want our vibe. Carnival. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep up that Miami swag and just keep branding Miami in the right way. You know what I'm saying? South Florida. You know?
All right, the BB Lewis, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. Legendary.
Definitely, my brother.